It's time to put you first. And until you do this, you won't truly live a life of freedom without being tied down to the social norm or trying to follow the construct of normality or what is normal. And everyone's definition of normal is different. Your different definition of normal is going to be different from the next person. But until you put you first, you won't truly be able to have freedom and relax. You won't be able to realize that you are the most important person to yourself. It's good to have the right people. It's good to have people around you that truly have your best interests at heart and have them in your circle and have people that you can look to and turn to whenever you need them. But when you put yourself first, then you start to realize that this is the time that you grow. This is the time where you can actually expand on your life, whatever areas you feel like you need to improve on. When you put yourself first, you can take a step back. You take a step back, you slow things down, and you realize where you need to work on, the areas you need to improve, whatever it is, where you feel like you can do better. This is the time where you sit down, take a break, take a pause in life, and reflect on yourself. And then you work on that, and you work every day on that. You take a step back from your social life. You don't have to be completely cut off, but you also don't have to be tied to your social life to where you feel like you have to go out and be with your friends every weekend or every night. You don't feel like you have to be around people to fit in. When you put yourself first, the only person you're worried about is you. You're only worried about your inner peace and your happiness. And this is the way it should be. This is the time where you can learn what you need to do to love yourself. Because once you love yourself, then you can love anyone else. If you can't love yourself first, how do you expect to love anyone else? You'll do this by putting yourself first. You do this by putting your needs first. Put it above everyone else's. Because the truth of the matter is that that's what everybody else does. People only care about themselves. No one really cares about you and what you're doing unless it's the right people. And those right people are the people that have your best interest. They have your best interest at heart. The people that care about you, the people that love you. And what you need to understand is those people that love you and care about you also want to see you do good. If they truly care about you the way that you think that they do, if they truly care and love you the way that you know that they do, then they would also know and realize and understand that you need to put yourself first as well. That you have to put your interests first. If they want to see you grow as a person, if they want to see you become better, if they want to see you elevate as a person and just be a better human being overall, then they would understand this. And the people that don't see where you're coming from, don't see your vision of elevation, don't see you wanting to do better, then those people aren't the people for you. Those aren't the ones that care about you. Those are the people that only care about themselves, are selfish, and don't really matter to you. So it makes sense that they shouldn't be in your lives. And everybody has their own thing going on anyways, right? So you have to be understanding of that as well. But those people that care about you want to see you do good. So don't feel bad by putting yourself first. You're only doing yourself a favor by doing this anyways. And this is something that you need to realize and that you need to know is important. You are the most important person to yourself. You have to realize that you have to put everything first for you so that you can be better as a person for other people, right? Once you work on yourself, once you can become a person that is elevated to a certain point where anyone else can look to you for any type of guidance or for any type of healing or for any type of kind of advice, that's when you know that you have truly worked on yourself. This is when you know that you have relieved yourself from social norms. You're now at a point in your life where you don't have to be tied down to what other people think. The thing is, it might take a certain amount of experience in your life for you to get to a point where you don't care about what other people truly think about you. Or it might take some type of situation or circumstance where you don't truly care anymore about what people think about you. It gets to a point where you don't have to think about what other people think about you, because you are the main person in your life. You are the movie star. You are the person that is the main character in your story. And it's hard. It might be hard to get to that point. It is hard to get to that point where you don't really care about what other people think anymore, right? You might still be at a point where other people's judgments of you control your entire life, where whatever people say about you runs your entire narrative about yourself. Understand that this comes from the mind, and it all starts from the mind. So to put yourself first means that you have to work on every single aspect of you, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it has to be solid for you to stand on it, for you to be a person that can no longer focus on the outside world anymore, for you to focus on your inner peace, for you to be conscious in the seat of that peace, for you to be conscious of everything going on, being aware of everything going on, noticing everything going on, embracing everything going on, not necessarily accepting it as truth or accepting it as a false, but just accepting it for exactly what it is, because everything is exactly what it is, no matter what it is. And I want you to get that. I want you to understand that, because that's also very important for you to get and for you to realize everything is what it is exactly for what it is. And that's just the reality of life. So get yourself to that point where you don't have to care about what other people think, and that you're strong enough, and that you're a strong enough individual and a strong enough human being to be absolutely okay with the entire existence of your life, for you to be okay with everything going on. Because if you're not, then the outside world is the only thing that's controlling your narrative. You might want to think that you have 110% complete control of your entire life until you realize that somebody said something that you didn't like, and now it's starting to bother you inside. And now all of a sudden, whatever your inner peace was is now disrupted by what somebody else said. That's where the mistake lies, where you let other people dictate the way you feel, the way you act, what you say, or how you feel, when it shouldn't be that way. It should only be you dictating all these aspects of your life, all these traits and characteristics of you, that you are the one that's supposed to be in control, Realize that you are the one that's supposed to command everything going on in your life, and this is how you achieve true freedom in your life. This is the best way possible, when you can be the one directly in control of everything. And then you've won. Now you have control, and now you're free, and now you're relieved, and now you can relax, and now you can slow down and take the time to appreciate every present moment in your conscious being, and take the time to be present with the present. You don't have to let the outside world control you anymore. Put you first, like you always have, or always should have. Put you first, like you know you should. And don't let anyone take that away from you, because you are the most important person in your life. And I want you to understand that and realize that. Everything I just said is simple, not easy. Love y'all, man. Peace, yo.